Hi, my name's Ethan Strimling. I'm a former Democratic state senator, and this is my colleague, Phil Harriman, former Republican state senator. A few weeks ago, you probably heard that Paul LePage sent out a press release in which he insinuated that Social Security was welfare. Well, obviously, he had quite a bit of a reaction to that, quite a bit of negative reaction. Since then, he's responded by taking a number of steps, including some robocalls, including visiting nursing homes, and also he put out this video.
I do not believe that Social Security is anything but a promise that we must keep. That's why I will always preserve and protect the Social Security system.
Phil, what do you think about what his response has been so far?
I think two things. I am pretty sure the governor didn't mean to say that Social Security is welfare. Everyone who's in the system, particularly senior citizens, and those nearing becoming eligible for Social Security, consider that premiums that they paid for a benefit program that provides them two things: health insurance after age 65 and a retirement income for the rest of their life.
Regardless of what he meant to say, and we could argue that forever,
Sure.
It's out there that he said it because it was in the press release, whether he wanted to or not. Is he responding well in terms of trying to do the damage control?
In two ways. First of all, he's making it clear. He did it in his weekly radio address. He did it through robocalls. He's done it through a video, as we just saw. Clearly, he's laying down the marker. If there's any doubt, let me be clear, I don't believe Social Security is welfare. But then he does something very interesting. He goes on the offensive on Mike Mishu by pointing out in 1998, way back when he and I were in the Senate together.
Back in the dark ages.
Mike Mishu actually voted to tax Social Security benefits as a way to raise revenue to provide benefits to others.
Well, let's watch that part of the video right now.
The same Michael Mishu, who while in the state legislature, voted to tax your Social Security. That's right, Michael Mishu voted to tax your Social Security.
So yes, he does try to change the subject. Now this is obviously a classic example in politics. If you don't like what people are saying about you, try to get them talking about something that your opponent doesn't want to hear. But I do think that LePage obviously recognizes this is a huge liability. Social Security is called the third rail of politics. You don't go after it. I think his office, whether it was him or his office, made a terrible mistake by sending this out and by insinuating. And I think his response shows us how dangerous they think this is by the fact that he's done robocalls, done videos. He's now visiting nursing homes. He's spending a lot of time. And I think he's going to be having to do this for weeks and weeks, if not months, because you know Mike Mishu is going to continue to hammer him and say, how dare you say that about the seniors of Maine?
Couldn't agree more, which is why I think the governor is doing all the things that you've just described.